What is the MACD, or the MACD as it's called in the trading world? Well, it's this chart indicator right down here on the bottom, and it helps traders see the trend direction of a stock and the momentum behind it. It doubles its value as well by providing trading signals, and in this video, you're going to learn how to read this MACD in all its glory and how it's used for stock trading. So I've added this moving average convergence divergence to my daily chart inside of TradingView here. Yes, that's what it's called, full name. We're going to stick with MACD moving forward. You can see it's made up of these two lines, this blue line and this orange line. The MACD line is the blue line there, and the orange line is the signal line, which lags or moves a little bit slower. When the MACD line, this blue line down here, crosses above the signal line, like this area right over here, let me draw that in for you. Right there's a crossover with blue going above the orange. That is a signal that the price is rising. And when the MACD crosses below the signal line, like an example shown right here, with blue going below orange, it's a signal that the stock price is about to fall or is falling. These crossovers allow traders to see the trending direction of a stock, and further confirmation of a trend is given when looking at the zero indicator over here on the right-hand side. If both of these MACD and signal lines are above zero, like they are shown right here, this whole top area, that is a good thing and a potentially bullish setup. So when you see it above zero and the blue line crosses above the orange line in this case, it can proceed, or it can be a signal for a bullish trend represented in the chart up top like that. On the flip side, we're going to flip over to a Nike chart right now. If you see both of these indicators down below this zero area over here, the zero is kind of in the midstream. If it's down here like this, and we've got this MACD shown down here with the blue line and the orange line both below zero down here, it is showing you that it is a bearish or downward trend, and it may be time for a short trade to be put on. Further to this point, if you see both lines below zero and you see the actual crossover happen below zero as well, this may signal a significant bearish trend, as we can see replicated in the stock price up here on the top of the chart. Now, the MACD is also comprised of this histogram down here, this bar chart. And what this is showing you is the distance in the gap between the blue line and the orange line. And these bars up here just show you that this gap is either getting bigger or smaller, kind of staying the same. So for this example, this red area right here, this gap is kind of growing as it goes up here. And that's just the gap between these two lines down here. Eventually, when they come back together and close, you see these histograms kind of fading down back to zero. And if the blue line in this case is below the orange, they're going to be on the bottom side and show up as red here. If the blue line flips across and above, the MACD line crosses above the signal line, they're going to be green bars up top on the histogram, regardless if the actual lines are above the 0 point or not. What traders try to do with these lines here and these lines shown here, the MACD, they try to look at the histogram to identify when the bullish or bearish momentum is high and potentially have reversal points. So if you see this kind of area maxing out down here at the bottom, they may say that this is maxing out and this is too much momentum in one direction. It's likely to flip, and they'll kind of find these pivot points where they're going to put their trade in to kind of take the downtrend and put it to an uptrend, like you can see right here, where it may flip, or vice versa if the stock is going up, and it may start bottoming out over here and pull back into a downtrend, or even kind of rest for a bit when it's on a upward trajectory. You should also know that the daily chart is the best kind of way to do MACD. It has this traditional setting of a 26, 12, and 9 in the default down here. We're looking at it on a daily chart, and it is a great technical indicator on its own. But when you pair it with another indicator, it is even more accurate in confirming stock movements.